Thor may not be the most exciting or even interesting character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which explains why we haven't seen much of the son of Odin since the end of Avengers, Age of Ultron. When the God of Thunder last graced the silver screen, he was leaving Earth to investigate what exactly was going on in space and who was trying to collect the Infinity Stones. His absence from other installments in the Marvel Cinematic Universe has been mentioned, but it was quietly put down to him being too busy to get involved in the Iron Man vs. Captain America fallout. All we knew was that he was traveling. A lot. But now the big man is back, and with an almighty bang at that too. I don't want to give too much away, so here is the plot in short. Thor is imprisoned on the other side of the universe, on a colorful planet called Zikr, where without his mighty hammer to call upon he is forced to become a gladiator in order to win his freedom. It's here, our hero faces off against Zikr's greatest champion, and old friend from work, the Hulk, Mark Ruffalo. Thor must race against time to prevent the all-powerful Hela, Cate Blanchett, from destroying his home and the Asgardian civilization. It's clear right from the start that director Taika Waititi's comedic influence will change the course of the Thor series, which has been on the darker, more somber side of the MCU spectrum. The jokes come hard and fast as the film pokes fun at Thor and Jane's breakup as well as other Avengers in the universe, all the while maintaining the action expected from a good Marvel movie. The New Zealander also lends his voice to Ragnarok as the lovable revolutionary Korg delivers some of the best one-liners with precision. This isn't much of a surprise given Waititi's previous work, which has mainly been charming indie films such as 2016's Hunt for the Wilder People, some Flight of the Conchords episodes and smash hit adolescent comedy series The In-Betweeners. Nevertheless, I can see why this film has earned its 12A certification, as some of the jokes are quite mature and for the first time we start to hear some real swearing in the squeaky clean Marvel franchise. Most of this comes from Thor and Hulk themselves as they make thinly veiled innuendos and tease each other over who is the better fighter. Hemsworth has been showing us he's very comfortable doing comedy not only as Thor but in other roles too. It's Ruffalo where the most unexpected humor comes from, and great to see him finally show off his comedic chops. But the jokes don't just come from the former Avengers. Jeff Goldblum shines as the arrogant and fickle Grandmaster. He's so funny and charming that it's easy to forget that he enslaves lost space pilots and forces them to fight to the death for his own entertainment. I can only hope he pops up again in the MCU. Star of Netflix's Dear White People, Tessa Thompson, is a literal knockout in her role as Valkyrie, an elite warrior sworn to protect Odin and in turn Asgard. Thompson really helps to break up the boy banter between Thor and Hulk and proves to be a worthy hero in her own right. Cate Blanchett gives us Marvel's most menacing villain yet as she channels the goddess of death Hela. There's so much authority behind her performance that you can't help feel a slight shiver when she appears on screen. Blanchett reveals some of the movie's biggest twists and we finally get a glimpse of Asgard's history. Of course, it wouldn't be a Marvel movie if it didn't have cameos and guest appearances. Thor Ragnarok delivers this in spades with Benedict Cumberbatch's Doctor Strange turning up to greet Thor and his brother in New York, Stan Lee of course, and a blink and you miss it Matt Damon. Marvel is on top form and riding high with this funny and mature addition to its list of blockbusters. This movie is deserving of the praise it has been receiving, and while admittedly I wasn't initially Thor's biggest fan, I am now. Thor Ragnarok is easily the funniest MCU movie to date whilst still packing the punch expected from it. Absolutely brilliant. Thor Ragnarok is in cinemas October 24th.